Hello everyone, Tiniestofchibis here, and we're back with AI SOMNIUM FILES. You know what? It took me forever to realize what the hell was going on, what I was doing wrong. I actually took a couple of days off, because not that I wanted to, but I kind of was still mildly annoyed, and then I got distracted with other things. What 00 parts do you like? O parts? I have no idea what 3 of those things are, but I know what a crystal skull is. It's pretty. I'll keep you. If you keep it, you'll get cursed. Thinking of next question. So loving and crazy are both at 9, which I don't know if I should be concerned with. Okay, so I also figured out what exactly I have to do. I have to, instead of like how I was, it was corpse body and stuff, because I was missing the very small freaking window of his fucking face. And so apparently that was the biggest issue. And like, it took me a while to figure it out. There was a YouTuber who I was watching, and like, it took me a while to realize that, because, like, there was, like, a whole conversation. I was like, I never got that part of the conversation. I was, like, wondering what the hell, what the heck is going on. And mind you, this is, like, the only video, it's, like, that I found looking for how the hell do it, because I was getting frustrated and shit, as you know.
That's definitely Jin Furue.
Yeah, so I had to be very snippy about the freaking face shenanigans. And I'm like, that is a very small window. And I lack the fucking patience to deal with this bullshit.
Yeah. The same face we saw 6 years ago at Studio Divita.
Oh. That
Jin was a
code,
young industrialist.
that QR code, like, leads to a really creepy, unsettling video. Like, the guy actually showed what the video was, and it's really creepy and unsettling, because it's like all these imageries and stuff like that, and like, I guess it's a kind of imageries to the half something killer, the terror. So it was just some weird stuff, and I was like, I actually find it cool that they do shenanigans like that, but at the same time, it's still unsettling.
He was quite famous, and often made media appearances. This cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to look like him.
You'd still have to test the DNA.
6 years ago, Jin Furue's body was discovered in Studio Divita.
I am pausing the video. I'm not pausing it, but I'm like letting this sit for you guys. So if you want to take a picture of the URL code right now, you kind of can. If you can, because you have to do like different electronics or whatever. But if you want to do a quick snip, I'm not too sure if I would be able to link it to you guys. I'll probably try to see if I can do that later. But I'm not too sure if I can quite do that. But we'll see.
And now, his left half was found here at the stadium.
Kind of hungry.
And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today, which means that half his body was alive very recently. What the hell is going on? My brain is doing cartwheels trying to figure this out.
It's Iva.
Hold on, did Iva just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear me, boss?
Yeah, loud and clear.
What if Jen has a twin brother? What if Red and Knife belong to different people? What if his body is frozen? Would he be still alive with just the left half?
I looked into Jin Furue's family background. Not only did he not have a twin, but there is no record of him ever having siblings. I, of course, did consider it a possibility. But both faces match perfectly. The rest depends on the DNA results.
I mean, humans are actually not humans are not symmetrical creatures. We're actually very asymmetrical. While we do prefer symmetrical things, we are very asymmetrical. Like, if you actually pay attention to your own body features, you'll notice that there's some differences and stuff. Like, for example, for me, one of my ears is higher than the other one, as well as one of my eyes is actually smaller than the other one on like half of my face. Can't remember which one's which though at the moment. I gotta look at a mirror to actually remember which one's which, because I can't see my own face, you know, unless you're looking in at a mirror, and even then you're looking at its reflection, so it's the opposite of what the thing is. God damn it, I know I have a mirror in here somewhere. Just move some shit around. Hold up. Maybe I should rinse this off. It still feels a little tight. I don't know if that's because that's just how it normally is, or if that's because of the juice that I spilled on it. I might throw the put these in chemical water just to kind of let it soak later, because it's, I don't know. Maybe I could just be being paranoid. Oh, why am I I'm getting distracted.
There are no signs of him ever having been frozen. That half-body was definitely alive until just recently.
A very concerning thingamabob.
What?
I mean, the heart is in the left half of the body.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
No, there are no traces of that. And, were you two being serious? You do realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two?
I have no idea what's going on. But this case is definitely connected to the incident 6 years ago.
Which means the half-body case isn't over yet.
Okay. Oh, there's the mirror. Frickin' on the bottom. Tiny Mizuki. I obviously wasn't invested. I was part of an investigation at all. I don't know much about the case. I did see some of the investigations during my training, but the information there wasn't much better than the information on the internet, so I couldn't get the full picture.
Hey, Aiba. How much do you know about the HB serial killings?
As you know, my knowledge of the case is about the same as yours. Due to the explosion 6 years ago, I lost all of my memories from a few days before that point. And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
What about you, boss?
Same for me. Ryuki was the one on the case at the time. I don't know anything other than what he reported.
What about the stuff he didn't report?
I'm not a psychic. How would I know something that he didn't tell me?
What about Dante? Damn it! Wait. Because
Aiba, where's Ryuki now?
I've determined the location from Toma's GPS. Currently, Ryuki seems to be in Golden Yokocho.
Golden Yokocho is the bar where Marble is at. I wonder if we're gonna see Mama. Can I? Okay. So this is the map, eh? I am hungry, but I don't know what to eat. Or that, or I'm just thirsty. Or I could be aggravated. Possibly bored. I don't know. I feel like I just want to put on makeup just because I can. I don't like wearing makeup, but sometimes I just like putting on shit just because for shits and giggles. You know? Not like I'm going anywhere anyway. We are in the past. Woo! Oh, by the way, I didn't get any spoilers from the thing. I only went pretty much as far as going through, like, the same thing over and over again. Constantly, just trying to figure out. Because, like, I just kept going back to the part with the stadium over again, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. You know? 9 minutes. I wonder how many characters I can go through. I'm just putting on lipstick. Why? Because I can. I don't know why. I just like sometimes just putting on lipstick even though I'm just gonna be around the house. Not because I care. Like, I mean, I have lipstick. I might as well fucking use it. But I don't go anywhere, so when am I supposed to use it? You know? Last time I went somewhere... When was the last time I went somewhere? Well, I did go to the store to go pick up my games. That was somewhere that wasn't just work, so... Usually for me it's just home and work and then maybe the store sometimes. I got nowhere to go, you know? It doesn't help that I'm very uninterested in most interactions with the outside world. I'm not a very touchy person. You know? I'm also not too sure how I feel that I can't, you know, like, just save like a bajillion places. Because what if I screw up on my savings? And then I'll have to rely on the stupid ass thing. Saving.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I had a bad experience. I try not to tell people my name.
Then I'll tell you instead. His name is Kagami.
Kagami? Huh.
Huh? How did you know?
You know the victim?
Well...
What? You still haven't taken DNA samples?
Easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
Oh, should I have not done that?
Well, there you have it.
So in other words, you don't have anything.
Jin Furoe? Yes, of course I know that. I actually follow him on Twitter. He cuts through all the BS of the modern world. He's insightful, inspiring in a way.
Can I see Dante? Part of me wants to go, like, harass him, but I think it's mean.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half-might!
Alright!
For all, we are full-time heroes!
You okay, Mr. Ryuki? I feel like you aren't exactly sound of mind right now.
Yuki can sometimes, oftentimes, get weird like this. He isn't doing well mentally. One of my jobs is to support him. Wow. She's being mean. He just made a freaking, you know, One Hero Academia reference, and he's being rude. And, his AI is being rude.
Please, don't rush me. I'm doing the best I can.
Looks like he's just standing there to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being rude. That's what it's being. Ah.
Is it true that body appeared out of nowhere? It's hard to believe, but...
Detective. You're...
We work in the same building and you don't know my name. Can't blame you though. You're new. Metro PD, major crimes. Name's Ushidera. Huh. I already know all about you. No need to say it. Kurita Ryuki, 23 years old. Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months and were accepted into Abyss last summer. It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Boss.
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and Boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy.
Can you shut
Yeah,
up?
Boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
What are you talking about?
They're
Oh,
not...
Yuki, when a man and a woman love each other very much,
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
I was like, oh damn. At least I didn't have to explain it. Hopefully y'all... I do say that I do have to click the if it's for children shenanigans, and I usually hit no because I do have a bit of a potty mouth. A bit. Just a tiny itty bitty 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 bit. So, and then there's some people who are butthurt. Like, you can't
Unfortunately,
kiss children.
nothing yet. HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about the half body being found. Hell, maybe it's never going to be found.
And it will. It does.
What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
What the
No?
fuck? That's a weird comment to say. Oh look, Mama, what are you doing here, Mama? Oh right, it was in the thing.
Anyway, it's real fucked up. Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely. That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this. Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before I do.
Tessel? That was weird. Usually it's just Tess. With Tessel? Weird. That was a weird.
his name is Moma Kumakura. He's the leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Ujisaki family.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza. But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
Because of Tessa. Because he's a fucking weeb. That's why. Or what do you call freaking people who are into the idols? Not exactly weeb. It's there's a word for it. I can't remember. I know, like they use it all the time when they're talking about K-pop.
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
What?
He went clean. Left the life completely.
And where is he now?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
For Yakuza, that's kind of whatever. I'm not gonna comment. Let's talk to Boss. We're talking to her.
It's Jin Furue, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him a lot on the news online. This is so strange. Why just his right half? Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorder or something? You look like you're losing it a little.
No, it's nothing.
Boss was invited here by Ma, a host from Kabuki show. Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun. But immediately after she showed up, she was sent a Nile message that read, sorry, something came up.
So in other words, you flaked on her.
Boss tried to go home, but the show's staff stopped her and begged her to find a replacement.
So she called up her obedient underling, huh? How convenient.
Yeah,
But why not Dante?
remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to.
What kind of music do you like? I don't like death metal. I've never have. I have no idea what industrial is. Industrial? Grindcore sounds weird. Symphonic. I think I know what symphonic is. Symphonic. I think that's more traditional shenanigans, no? God, I've been spending so much money. Oh, look. Ooh. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me re-click that. I'm spending so much money lately and I don't like it. And just throw music. What is industrial music? Genre that draws on harsh, profound themes. I don't. Sorry, I'm like looking up what the fuck grindcore is. Okay, metal and hard punk. And yeah, so I was right. Oh. Ah. Let me just hit it. Symphonic. So yeah, it's more traditional shenanigans. It's like a spongy cake. Like, I really do love symphonic stuff. Like, I do like the traditional music plays. I do like a lot of modern stuff too. Obviously. But, hit the files. Was it clicking? I actually have a violin, though I do need to change the strings. Because the strings are old. And you should never let the strings get too old. Because if you do, what could happen is if you don't take care of the strings and you let it get old and ugly, skills playing dead. That's kind of mean. I like how they actually give him some more shenanigans. That's neat. People who don't recognize his name. So sweet. Brain died. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I have a violin. But if you let if you don't take care of your instruments, and if the strings are, like, the older the strings are, the more likely they will to be able to snap and stuff, because, you know, it's whatever. Cause like I actually, when I had picked it back up after a long time, I was messing around with it, you know, trying to tune it and stuff. Because, you know, obviously I hadn't tuned it in a while, and I was trying to tune it so that I can play it, and one of the freaking strings snapped on me. Luckily it didn't hit me, but it scared the ever-living shit out of me, it did. So I'm just gonna have to go and rebuy all the strings. I'm also going to have to because I could just, you know, let the bow be whatever, but the bow is really old as well. So what I'm thinking about is, and it doesn't help that my dumbass past self left it tight. You're not supposed to leave the bow tightened, or at least not too tight. And the thing, otherwise it, like, you know, causes it all to like blah. So I'm thinking about rebuying a new bow, buying a new bow, as well as rebuying the strings. I am tempted to buy the more pricier, nicer ones, but I'm unsure if I really should. Because the violin's still good, and I still love it. I have like 2 violins. I have like the one that I prefer, and then I have a full-size violin, which is more like a fiddle one that my parents bought for me at the flea market. But the other one is a 3/4 violin, which is slightly smaller than a full-size violin. Slightly. And which it's good for when I was younger. I mean, I'm still short, so it's probably fine for me now still. But yeah.
Well, there's no one else available, so would you mind taking care of it?
What? Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a rookie. But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
She is like, if I was a tsundere, freaking this Tama is like, she's one of the yanderes. Or she's one of the dairies. Sorry, not the yandere. She's one of the dairies. She's not yandere, I can tell you that. But she's very what's the word? Which one is the one that likes inflicting pain? I don't know. Sadist? Sadist. I don't know. It feels like she's she's like into BDMS, I feel.
I know her name, without asking. Iris Sagan. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November. You read the reports.
Okay, so November, so this has actually been a few months then? Shit. I'm trying to use my brain, because...
Yeah, so I know enough about what happened. Mr. Date was also on that case.
Go faster! Oh, by the way, this case and the new Cyclops serial killings are not related. Though that is just a hunch. Okay, so let's go faster. Cool. Okay, I wonder which route this goes through. If all the hints are, because Iris is alive, Mizuki is alive, Boss is alive. Dante is missing, but he was alive. So that is 3 characters that are alive. I do not know about 2 other characters, but I did see going through the art book that Ota is alive. So that is 4 people that are still alive. Unless this did follow the ending of the last case, but before the pivotal point of like something happening, it didn't happen, or something happened in between. Like, it happens essentially the same way, except for like one thing that might have been different, that might have changed how Dante looks versus whatever. And sorry, I'm giving kind of spoilers or somewhat hints to what's gonna happen in the last game, but I'm trying not to, but I'll probably be honest, there's probably going to be hints of spoilers, not full-on spoilers and shit. Do you know that?
Teleportation.
What?
That body teleported here from a parallel world, but only half of his body was able to make it through. That's why he was split in half. Jeez. Does she look okay to you? I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
Well, we could just, you know, yeet Iris into the river. I still don't like Iris, as you can tell. I care nothing about her. You want to know who I care about? I care about Dante, and I care about Mizuki, and I like Boss, and I like Aiba. Which reminds me, I don't know if I ever mentioned it. Oh.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andes Kamechi, I think.
Why is his head a cube?
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda. He's a comedian.
I'd never heard of him before. He must not be very good.
Oh, and I suppose you can do better, asshole.
Wow.
What do you know about comedians? Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy. And here you are, just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow. I know Tammy for more than half a year, but I still hard time understanding what sets her off. No idea what was the sensitive spot. What the hell? Like, she's bipolar, isn't she? She's gonna be like this bipolar psycho girlfriend. Kind of like Aiba was the tsundere girlfriend of Dante. Which reminds me, I was gonna look up fan fiction, but I never got around to it. There's fan fiction I need to read. Many fan fictions. Because honestly, I prefer Aiba and Dante's banter a little more than Boss's and Dante's. I only can see Boss and Dante as good friends. But, oh, also, no, I won't say that. Because that's spoilers to the first one. But yeah.
Are you still out of it, Mr. Ryuki? This is Studio Devaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio, mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing.
Why does his head a square?
Did you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away without telling us anything.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
We cut the stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared. I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world, tuning in on the internet is in shock right now.
There's a live streaming internet service for PC and smartphone. This quiz show, Faith to Face, is one of the shows. It's mildly popular show with everyday people as contestants. Why isn't it going faster? Weird.
They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
Abyss is a higher level investigation police agency. They don't get along well with regular police officers and often have a hard time getting them to share information. In other words, what's going on is people are being buttheads. But then again, it's not so much as they're being butt heads, but like society has this thing where it's us versus them, or it's we're in this clique, you're in that clique, you know. And like, because Abyss is technically its own little unit, but they're also very high up. Like, as soon as you hit Abyss, it's kind of like how in Fullmetal Alchemist, how as soon as Ed became a member, even though he'd never been in the military, he was automatically at the same rank as a major, having jumped like several ranks up. Because, hold on, this is what I'm going to look up real quick. Military rank in order. Okay. Now look, there's a thing I need to look at. I would like to see something where I can actually look at it. Okay, so instead of starting at the bottom level, he would have jumped at least 1, 2... Well, not including the first section, actually. Probably skip. Well, yeah. Let's just skip the first level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He would have jumped up... Oh. Well, no, hold up. Would it have been 9 levels? It actually, no, would have probably been more because... And I'm using... Wait, which... Is this Army or Air Force? What is this? I think this is Army. So let's actually look at the Army one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... He would have jumped up to 8? No, but 8 would be Sergeant Major. It's like at least 8 levels or so. Maybe. I would have to look it up. But he jumped a lot. And so...
The estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago. Today is February 10th. Current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result.
Okay, I'm gonna end this episode here because I just realized it has been a bit. We're gonna end this episode here and we'll continue it. I'm not too sure how much time we have in the past right now, but I think it'd be best if we end it here and then just continue on. But yeah, for now, Tiniestofchibis is signing out.